This is Talk Toomey. Your host, Joshua Toomey, bring you epic rants, anecdotes, and interviews with heavy hitters from hardcore
A new life begins!
to hair metal. This is Talk Toomey.
We're back. Had to be the Tooth Fairy. Had to put the tooth under the pillow. Hopefully the Tooth Fairy comes tonight, leaves a buck or two.
Yeah, I'm trying to share this right now, so there we go. So I was asking you off mic. Apparently you haven't heard of putting teeth in water. Maybe we should, if anybody's actually listening, they can comment. The Tooth Fairy, can you drop a little tooth in a glass of water and get your money in the morning, or is it all under the pillow? I was raised with teeth in the water, and I actually thought it was smarter because I was like, there is no Tooth Fairy. Come on. It's a chemical reaction between your teeth and this special glass of water that turns it into a quarter or whatever you get. So,
yeah, that's so bizarre, man. I've never heard of the putting in water. Yeah, we were always under the pillow. Tooth Fairy sneaks in the middle of the night, gets it from you and stuff like that. So
now that is more common, I think, but you've also never heard of duck, duck, gray duck, it turns out. No,
which is not a thing. So
it is. Minnesota bitches. Which tooth did he lose, by the way?
He's lost now both of his bottom front teeth. So,
So he looks a lot like Loose Cannon right now.
What, did Loose Cannon lose some teeth?
Well, yeah. You're clearly not up to date on our podcast.
Hey, I didn't work today, so I didn't get to listen to podcasts today.
Oh, I know. It's like at least 2 or 3 episodes ago.
I don't remember that one. A lot of times I tune out when Luce is talking. So.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, he told the story about losing his teeth. But...
Oh, that's right. Because you were talking about how you were going to do a poll to see who had more teeth, you or him. Yeah. And yeah, that was kind of I didn't really care for that too much. It was too much of a, people would assume that you had less teeth because. I
thought it was mean too. Yes. It was uncalled
very,
for.
Very hurtful.
Yes.
I don't understand why my comments were popping up on the show on Facebook, but they're not popping up over here to where I can share them. Let's see what we got here. The roof there. That's probably just a cat.
Yeah, who knows? Is it that bad? Wow, yeah. I'm right underneath the heaviest trafficked area in the house. Like I said, built in 1898 in St. Paul, don't you know?
Don't ya know?
I do hear it in the podcast from time to time, but I figured, you'll hear it sometimes, but I hear what you're talking about through the headphones, through the mic, but I figured with a internet connection it wouldn't be quite as sharp, but that's probably a good sign.
I wonder. Remove.
That'd be awesome if Amy's actually on her Facebook feed chiming in going, holy fuck, they can hear me walk around.
All right, let's see if we can do this here. Save changes. I know from the Facebook actual page I can see the comments. So if you're watching on the Talk to Me actual page, you can see we can post some comments here because it's nice. They can come up and looking all nice and stuff. So
I'm gonna try to pull it up. So if I'm staring down, that's why. The Talk to Me Facebook page.
Yeah, Talk to Me Facebook page. Let's share it.
Well, there it is.
All right. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
All I want is a Toomey conversation.
I have a loop somewhere of that. That friend of mine made me where I could just, and then he slows it down. So it's a nice little.
What did you ever think of my Rob Halford Toomey? I don't know if we ever talked about that.
I don't know if I've heard that one or not.
Oh, I've dumped it in a ton of episodes. Like anytime, I say, Toomey, you hear just like Toomey, from Turbo Lover.
Yeah, you know me and Judas Priest. I'm a huge fan.
That's what it's all about. Come on, man. It's a sweet drop in from Cobras and Fire. How much better do you get?
Do you get all of my on Diablo Sim Podcastica, where anytime I bring up your name, I hit you with the yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that the very first episode was super heavy in the Cobra and Fire type drop in, and you've kind of dialed it back a little bit. But yes, I do appreciate that very much. It makes me feel good about myself.
When you have a co-host like Ian, he will talk for 2 hours straight.
Oh, yeah. I've actually had him on the show. So
yeah, trying to add a bunch of fun stuff and edit a 2-hour episode, it just got to a point where no, this ain't happening. It's just it's just no fun. Yeah, trying to get all of the drops and the funny things, and then the next thing you know, it's you're wasting 20 minutes on a 2-second part. So
well, fortunately, that's the good thing about our shows that LC or LCA as we're calling them now. We basically only have 10 second spurts of anything worth listening to. So lots of editing as far as cutting, because anytime we run on, but plenty of spots to drop bullshit.
I've opened up projects of me and him, and it'll just be ton of wave file of him talking, a little bit of me, ton of him, a little bit of me, ton of him. It's just he will talk with the best of them, and then he knows he doesn't have to edit, so he's just yep.
At his previous spot, he did the editing, I thought.
I don't think anybody edited that show.
No, there's that. Yeah, I mean, just put some music underneath and just upload.
Right. Yeah, they were pretty well free for them, and they would go for hours and hours. So yeah, we would. Whoa, hey. Whoa.
Oh, what's going on there? I heard my voice.
That's me.
I'm erect.
Let's see. Here we go. Well,
I noticed on your Talk to Me congregation that people love to hear you talk politics.
Oh yeah, people love my my political views, and it's funny, man. That joke that was Trump adjacent.
Yeah,
went
that's a
viral.
good way
I think
to put
it has
it. It was
almost 900 shares right now.
It was kind of a shot more at what it's like to actually be in a band, but you made it current event-ish. Hey, Brenda.
Oh, we got a lady here. That's a bot.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little too good looking for either one of us. No way, that's real.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey again, Brenda.
Hey, how you doing? That's I think you've noticed it too on YouTube, where you'll post something on YouTube and it's just hey, want to be friends? And you're like, no, where are you coming from?
No, I get people dude, stop talking while Erie's talking.
That's awful. Yeah, Erie's a tough interview, but I like him.
Hey,
he's better
I thought he was good.
before the mics are on. Yeah, I like him. He's better than Doyle. I mean, he's in the same camp, but
I got 2.5 hours with the guy. I thought it was great. Maybe it's you to me.
It probably is just me. I'm too. I gotta try to focus on a 15-minute interview. There we go. And that's definitely more hard.
Absolutely, yeah. Jason Kearney, drink. Kearney checking in. That chug was for you, Kearney. Yeah, no dick ass beer.
Oh man, that's too good. That is too good. All right, man. Well, let's play with our technology here. And what was the Kiss? What got you into Kiss? I don't know if we've ever actually talked about this.
Christmas '77. My parents took us Christmas shopping, and it must have been one of those things where it's just get the kids to not be around us. Tell them they can go each have a record. And so it was something that we could take home and have right away. So, she bought Kiss Alive 2. I bought a record called Halloween Horror Stories or something like that. I still have both records, but we listened to mine first. One side was a horror story. The second side was all sound effects. And Dad stayed up with us. And then, she played basically Kiss Alive 2 all the way through. And by the end of that, I was like pretty well hooked. I don't think I realized it at the time, but a year and a half later, I mean, I had just a ton of records. Kiss Meets the Phantom had come out, Dynasty had come out, 4 solo albums had come out, Kiss Double Platinum had came out, and I was basically done from that point on. So yeah, it was a pretty quick hook.
My cousin, I mean, I got in way late. I mean, I got in probably 87, 88, I'm like 9 or 10 years old, and my cousin had double platinum at our old farmhouse, and he had a record player upstairs. And I know it's a not nice thing to say now, but I heard rock and roll all night, and I just took the needle and just kept going back and going back.
Why is it not a nice thing to say?
Well, it's just one of those like overplayed songs.
Well, yeah, you're bored of it now, but at the time, fuck. I mean, even I don't know, whatever. I probably didn't get sick of rock and roll night until about 88. But what's up, Eric?
What's up, Eric? But we were, so basically at that time, I wore double platinum out. I mean, they were already way into their non-makeup days, but I was like 100% makeup Kiss. And then I was, I was painting my face, running around the house. I was big into like wrestling at the time too. But so it was like somewhere in between.
Loser.
I was somewhere in between like Gene Simmons and the Ultimate Warrior. Look what we got here. We got a Matt Porter sighting. Talking Kiss.
Hey, Matt Porter sighting. Yeah, we're talking Kiss. All of a sudden, Matt Porter just generically shows up.
It's just
what are the odds?
His Kiss radar is just going off.
He has like the special alert that like beeps him anytime I say something nice about Kiss. So yeah, no, I got to tell you, I mean, looking back, what a great time to kind of dig into that stuff. Because, for me, the first actual studio album that was fresh was Dynasty, and I had been a fan for almost 2 years at that point. But, like, I was with you. I mean, I went backwards. I didn't get double platinum until later, but I had a buddy who was big into Kiss who had it, and he was an only child, so he had every Kiss record. But my sister and I basically shared a Kiss collection, and I still, when I spend vinyl, if it's going to be Kiss, it's pretty much those. Basically the first album through the Dynasty, Unmasked, The Elder, that kind of stuff. So,
yeah. When was the first time you saw him live?
Crazy Nights tour, 87.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't actually see them.
Now, since Zach is gonna check in, yeah. Hey, what up, Joe? Yeah, we're all good. We're talking Kiss. Apparently, the Kiss Army is paying attention to what's going on. We had Matt Porter and Joe Polo. Oh man, John Marshall, is that the guy who from Metal Church who filled in for? That was Jim Marshall.
Yeah, no, Jim Marshall. I think John Marshall is the name. I think Jim Marshall is wasn't he a Purple People Eater?
Yeah. And Jim Marshall, I think, is the guy who created Marshall amps. So
there we go. Now, John Marshall, I believe, is the
also
host
played
of
by Kiss.
Bod's Mayhem Hour. There, he basically gets all the good guests and all the good blabbermouth headlines too. So he's the competition.
Nice, welcome.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. But yeah, this is fun, man. But yeah, I didn't get to see Kiss until the actual '97 and the reunion tour.
Just got a text from fucking Cannon. He's saying 3 sides of Toomey. This coin only has 2 sides tonight, right?
Just Matt Porter.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Awesome. He's got the bat signal, but it's the Kiss Army signal.
Yeah, that's nice. I saw him 97 in the reunion tour, and I'm not gonna lie, I shed a tear. I was like, I never thought in my whole life I'd ever see them, the 4 originals plus the makeup. I
went with 10 people. That was the most amount of tickets you could buy, right? And no joke, this is when you still stood in line, and we all had random numbers, and the number decided what place in line you were. So we didn't know. So like 5 of us that were buying 10 tickets for everybody showed up. I had the highest number. Coors Light, Matt. Of course. What else?
This is a delicious Diet Mountain Dew, but
ooh, nice. I ended up being 13th in line. And I get in there and they're like, we only have upper deck left. I'm like, you literally have nothing else left. I mean, there's only been 12 people in front of me. Because this is going on everywhere in the state. They're like, well, I have this one, and they literally hold a ticket that was sitting on the cash register. I'm like, I'll take that and 9 of the best tickets you have left. And so I sat on the floor by myself. And when Paul Stanley came out, which of course pleased everybody, when Paul Stanley came out, you know, just ahead of Ace and Gene, you know, with the dry ice fog, just knee high. I have chills when I describe it to myself now. That was the first time I saw that band. And my God, that night, me and a buddy, we stayed up till 3 a.m, literally just talking about the show. Scott Stein. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Was he a Raven fan, right?
Yeah,
the Ravens. Oh, yeah. Hey, who the hell bores you more, the Ravens or the Giants? You know what I like for a good nap? A Ravens game.
You know what I love about Scott Stein coming in this?
I love Scott.
Who took out the number 1 seed in AFC? Was that the Tennessee Titans? I do believe it was, sir.
A little butthurt, maybe, huh? Hey, you know what? Go get your own cup color there, jerk. Yeah, purple's ours.
Yeah, you have the market on purple there.
Scott, I only met him the 1 year at Rockin' Pod. Couldn't have been a cooler guy. Until now.
We saw him at breakfast that one morning, correct? Weren't we?
Why are we watching a Joe Biden?
Yeah, no.
Jesus Christ!
He's on everything right now. I forgot to tell you
uncomfortably on everything. Now you're going political again, Toomey. Just like I thought. Hey, Hotter Than Hell.
Every single time.
Hotter Than Hell was the first Kiss album that was actually mine.
Nice.
I got the pick. Dad let me buy it.
Happy
Father's Day, Dad.
That's awful, man. Yeah, Scott was at 1 and 2. I remember, didn't we run into him at breakfast? I thought breakfast was the second year.
As Shoney's?
Yeah, Shoney's at the buffet. That was nice.
Do you like your cheese powdered?
Yes, I do.
Oh, Christ, my phone's blowing up. People are watching, apparently.
Oh, nice. Well, tell them to come to the Talk To Me page and then... and
what the hell, Luce? You're clearly watching. Why are you fucking texting me?
I wonder if... let's see here. I'll send Luce an invite and see if we can get him on this thing.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah, you know, he's probably got 13 kids going on or something right now. Let's see. But yeah, man, I saw... Actually, I guess Sinzak and I were at that show in 97, and we were both at the... there was an Ace and Peter show in like 95 that we were
Bad
both
Boys
at.
Tour.
Yeah.
Well, you were like 11 then. Come on.
I was 16, 17. Like I just...
That was an all-ages show?
No, but I had my ways, buddy.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
There was only one show that was 18 and over that I wasn't allowed into, and that was the first time Manson.
The first kid you had was conceived at the fucking Ace and Peter show.
Yeah. Well, that always happens at those shows. But yeah, no, the first show I was trying to get into was Clutch and Marilyn Manson in like 96, and they saw me coming, and they're like, "Dude, we know most of the shows you come into we're fine with, but not tonight." So
really,
yeah, that was like right when he was in the 2 nights before there were underage girls and all this other stuff.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan is correct.
Yeah.
But I did get to see him a couple of years later on the Antichrist Superstar tour. And man,
great tour.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show.
Now, did you get whole or did you get whole or the Nashville Pussy for the opener?
It's funny. Did you get whole, or the band I did get was Drill? I don't know if you remember them or not.
Drill a hole? No, I don't remember them at all.
Yeah, no, they were cool. That couple of the members of that band went on to be like one of the 90 members of KMFDM.
Well, Andy Shaw's watching.
Nice.
Don't you know?
Don't you know? The Don't You Know cast was that?
Man. Yeah, I think his episode is up next week. The intro is those 3 seconds at the beginning of the show is like can't miss. I guarantee it. You can skip the rest. It's just him and I talking, but this is Kiss at Wonderland. Yeah.
Is that not the coolest stage moves ever?
I just saw a recent footage of them that Keith LaRue posted from a year ago, but it's shot from behind, and I can't tell if it's because they're old and they just look it looks really lame and robotic. I wonder, I'm guessing it looks really cool in front still, but yeah, I've always loved it.
So there's your boy Andy Shaw busting your chops.
No.
Here's a good one.
No, Andy, I don't. Toomey is my only friend. Take the hint. Yeah, he's still on my patio right now. He's actually feeding feral cats, trying to get me to come out.
Have you heard the Danzig covers album?
The Skeletons?
Elvis.
The Elvis one I was impressed with. He did his last record was a straight up covers record, and it was complete garbage, recorded horribly. I don't think it was mastered. It was just a pile of shit. But the Elvis one, I thought he was kind of past the prime of actually recording something solid vocally, and I thought he delivered on that one. I don't think I'll listen to it again, but yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think we talked about this on the Diablo Sim podcast, but yeah, the Dip Pod. I think in theory it would have been great if he would have done it around 92.
yeah, with that band too.
Yeah. But yeah, the album itself was kind of crazy too, because he didn't even do standards. He did just obscure Elvis songs too.
I heard Andy Shaw's feelings. Us Minnesotans are. You're supposed to mash it down, Andy, not actually acknowledge you have feelings. Just treat it like the cold winter snow.
The snow. Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, Andy. I love you. You know I do. You can stay on my porch and feed the feral cats all you want. I'll be out in about 10 minutes.
Oh, you're not going anywhere.
A little longer then, yeah.
I guess we'll be here for a while, but I did want to get into. I just saw that Max Cavalera is talking about doing he's going to go through all of his songs and all of his riffs on Facebook and do it live and talk about how he came up with all of the riffs and stuff over the years, man. Is that something you would want to check out?
No, but I like Soulfly more than Sepultura, to be honest with you.
Really?
But I just not my kind. None of that stuff is really my cup of tea. But I think it's kind of cool when someone like him does something like that. I think that does more for the fans than I'm going to grab 4 other random guys. We're going to record in our own home studios, shoot 4 videos of us doing it, and then we're going to pay somebody to edit it together, and then it's going to look like we all did this via Skype and played this live. But because I think that's more fan based, where it's this is the riff and this is how it came up. If you're big into that stuff, I think it's really cool. But for me, no, I won't be checking it out.
Yeah, I kind of dig stuff like that when the person gives a deep dive into.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron Baker.
The touchdown maker. Who was that? Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker. That was the wide receiver for the Giants. The Bakery podcast. Hey, Aaron, what's up? He called me Jason. What the fuck, man? We are no longer friends.
Yeah, this is the Toomey and Bakko hour. So
exactly, yeah. No, that's all good. I always like when there's Andy Shaw and Craig Smith's voice pops to my head. But
he's gonna, I know, man, mine too.
But I like when we both do a lot of interviews. You way more than I do. But when someone like actually asks, like, do you prefer Bakko or Bakko or Jason? But it's like, it's no secret that my name is Jason Bakken.
Yeah, I have Johannes from Avatar coming up, and
that's got to be rough, man.
Actually, I do have an Easter egg that I will put at the end, very Cobras and Fire-esque. When I ask him how to pronounce his name, and he hits me full Swedish, and I was like, and I just go, yeah, that's not happening. But he during the interview, he realizes we were talking about something, and I said that my last name was Toomey, like, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, oh, I get it now that I hear it out loud. Talk to me. That's genius. So I think I'm now a genius.
Get Ace Frehley on the program. I don't think he'll pick it up.
No, but then, was it Freely? Is it Fraley?
Yeah. Ask BJ Cramp. Apparently, I didn't know there was two pronunciations, and I've definitely said both.
There we go. I dig these comments being able to pop up, man. I like this a lot.
I don't know what that fifth word is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Kayfabe. It's a wrestling term, man.
Oh, that's why I don't get it.
Yeah, kayfabe is when you can't break character and let people know what's going on outside. Like the big, what was it? And Aaron can correct me on this one if I'm wrong, but the big one was the Iron Sheik, and was it Rowdy Piper that got caught like speeding to a show and smoking weed together? But they were basically breaking kayfabe because they were a good guy and a bad guy in a car together, and they, almost brought down wrestling. So
I do recall the
can't break character.
Sheik.
Yeah, the Iron Sheik, that's a good one. So what else?
He's great on Twitter, by the way.
Oh, he's a great Twitter follow. The well, I guess I was right because Aaron did not. Either he left, or he. We'll just show this one.
And now he's going back to Jason. What the hell? What the fuck, man?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the Iron Sheik. There we go. Because Hacksaw was the All-American man, and the Iron Sheik was, obviously the evil one.
There's some delay here between what we're saying and what they're commenting on. Also, I mean, Aaron, being a wrestling fan, he types, like this. So it takes longer. Yeah, that was a cheap shot. Come on, I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's wrestling, man.
I might as well be talking about a Packer fan. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, I mean, it wasn't wrestling like the big days of wrestling was kind of up in your neck of the woods too with Hogan and all that stuff up there. Was that?
Well, not Hogan, but the Gagne family. I can't remember Vern Gagne was the senior, and Greg Gagne was the younger one, and he was also part of like some good guy tag team. I can't remember who was. I'm sure one of you guys will figure it out. I mean, maybe Matt Porter's still listening. Probably not because we stopped talking about Kiss.
Right. But. Yeah. It's funny because my dad actually took me to a lot of that. The Memphis wrestling came through where we were living. And so now when you look back and everybody talks about the glory days of wrestling, they talk about like, oh man, the Memphis wrestling with Jerry the King Lawler and like how great it was. And I remember going to those shows in the late 80s, early 90s thinking like, which one's Hogan? Which one's, where's the Ultimate Warrior at? But then now you look back and they're like, oh man, you probably saw some classic matches. I'm like, yeah, I was too busy trying to buy the 50 cent.
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, there we go.
AWA was the wrestling that was on I don't know, a Saturday morning at like 6 a.m. or like
Yeah.
during church time or something on Sundays. I don't recall. But I remember like literally the first time I saw it, I there was a big blizzard and my dad had to take the snowmobile out to dig out some cars. So I was charged with watching my baby sister. And we watched this. I might have been 10, 11, 12 years old, somewhere in that area. And I was like, wow, this is ridiculous. This is so fake. And apparently that means at 10, I was smarter than most wrestling fans at that time. So
What is in the background there? Does it say something sucks? What is that on your screen?
on my screen,
Yeah. Oops.
a jerk sock. Talking about
Nice.
this bad boy here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a jerk sock.
Everybody needs a good jerk sock.
Cobras and Fire official jerk sock. Yeah.
Oh man, those were great. Was that Rockin' Pod 1?
That was actually 3.
Oh, or 3.
Well, we busted out the professionally packaged the professionally packaged ones were at 3. We actually brought them to the first one. Yeah, Fila's.
Yeah. Oh, look who's back.
Hey, still here. Kiss rules. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to pull some Kiss back up for him. But yeah, man. I do need to pull Sinzak on here because we did a lot of the same. We were in this. It's so funny how many shows we were around together, but we didn't actually know each other. I didn't know that Sinzak was from Nashville until like I was in a few episodes deep into Decibel Geek
Cobras and
Podcast.
Fire.
Yeah, it's all the same. Part of the Decibel Geek Podcast Network.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I realized,
those were the
wait a
days.
minute. Yeah, those were good times, man. How did you get involved in Decibel Geek? What was your first?
Well, Sinzak
introduction
has
to
always
them?
been a huge fan of mine. And he
Right.
used to follow me around the country as I did, random kind of goofy stuff. And it's basically the same origin story I have with everybody. We were trying to buy the same pregnant cat. And, one thing led to another and we became good friends. I actually had a blog called Snark at the Moon, and I had done a bunch of just random Bakko thoughts, and I reviewed the Ace Frehley record Space Invader, and then I was researching something, and I came across the Decibel Geek interview with Gary Corbett talking about Eric Carr, and that took me down the rabbit hole with Decibel Geek, and eventually I saw they actually had a thing. It's like, you ever think about writing for us? And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean. So I reached out to him that way. And Chris actually was the person who got back to me, hooked me up with the Meister, who's no longer with the team. He took everybody with him, cleaned house, except for me. He never even asked me to come with. So that a lot of hurt feelings there to me.
I bet.
But that's how it came to be. And then over the years, just listen to the show and then writing for the page and then eventually meeting in Nashville at the first Rockin' Pod. Your standard love story, a typical rom-com.
Let's see here.
Much like how you and I met over a football bet. I loved I think it was your Deicide interview that drew. Do you remember which one I first reached out to you on? It was one of your interviews that I really dug. I think it was the Glenn Benton one. And then, shortly after that, we had a bet about because the Titans and Vikings opened the season or something that year.
Yeah, that's been 4 years ago or so.
Actually 5 because now we're playing again here in Minneapolis, and you're too chicken to come up and watch them get their ass kicked although they're not going to have fans.
Well,
you might as well say you're coming and then say, well, sorry, I couldn't COVID.
Man, I was going to come, man, but COVID-19,
that's what Ozzy should have done. He only needed to wait 2 more weeks to cancel his tour. He's like, no COVID. Gonna miss you too, Matt. Love you, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna miss everybody. We should just do it anyway. We'll all just go to Nashville and interview each other. And
in the words of Donald Trump, what's the harm?
Uh-oh. Look who came in. You know what, Bill Elam?
We're only missing David Cathy at this point.
Bill Elam needs to to tell us why that he continues to tag both of us in weird posts. Like, I don't understand. Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't even understand why we're in the same post, even though they're funny.
Love, buddy. That's all it is. It's just love.
We are loved. I think a couple of times I've shouted him out on Diablos and Podcastic, even though I don't even know if he shared the show or not. I just assume he did. Because he's like, I'm like, well, I didn't see Billy Lim's name, but I'm pretty sure he shared it, so I'm just going to say it anyway.
I made the joke at some point, but it's like the tree falls in the woods thing. It's like if you release a podcast and Billy Elam doesn't share it, did it actually exist? Did it even make a sound if Billy Elam didn't share it?
No. That's too good.
Oh, yeah, what a great guy, Bill. Yeah. What's up, Bill?
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of great yeah.
A millennial at work the other day just found out that Bill was short for William.
Really? Oh, the Tiger King.
Yeah. See? There's always a reason. Bill does nothing with no purpose.
No, the calculated person that Bill Elam is. Yeah, that's a very bizarre thing, not knowing that Bill is short for William. But
now,
my dad is
a guy that was much. Oh, what's that?
So my dad is actually a Billy. That's his real name, but he goes by Bill. But
now the first job that I had out of college, there was a CSR that we had to put samples in their basket for. His name was Bob Goodman, and there was this. I'm just going to politely call him one of the dumbest people I've ever met. Every now and then, Bob Goodman would type in Robert Goodman into his job ticket. Who's? But anyway, so one day he was putting Robert Goodman samples in the miscellaneous box, and we're like, no, that's Bob. He's like, no, it says Robert, so it goes. There's no Robert, so I'm putting it here. Like, Bob is short for Robert. Whatever. And he just like walked away and left it there. But now, do you know what Matt was talking about there? It sounds like you might be an episode or two behind.
I did hear that you clipped it on your on your Facebook page. So
yeah, Lee McCormick. He boy, bless his soul. So Canadian at times. What a slick, kind of sweet talking dude. Then all of a sudden, isn't Canada weird that way? It's like, everything sounds normal, and all of a sudden it's a boot and hoose. But I love how he just doubled on. Oh, that's how you say hoose. Oh, what do you mean? How do you say hoose? Oh, man.
We love Canada.
Absolutely, yeah. It's America's hat.
It is America's hat. But back to my question here. How do you say the word tour? Because it's like it's
tour.
Either tour, like TOR, or like a tour. So.
Tour. Is that like nuclear or nuclear?
Well, yeah, I don't know if either of those are right. The there you go. There's one for you.
My life is fucked if I gotta call him anything but LaRoth. Or is it easier? David LaRoth. Hey, you know what? He listened to the show, Matt, and said, you know what? That makes a lot more sense. I like the sound of David LaRoth. Well,
it's funny that as soon as I read that headline, I was like, man, that is 100% Bakko right there. Like, that is...
Nice.
It's a tour. That's too good, man.
Oh, man. This is fun.
These are I like this way more than podcasting. Because
yeah, fuck. I'm going to give it my show. This is all. I'm just going to do this with you as long as you'll have me. I was like, I won't even go to bed tonight. Let's see how long we can go. I've already pissed myself 7 times.
Nice. So, yeah, I mean, being able to interact with
like walking around at a festival currently. You just slosh around in the pee. Because you got those little balloons around you. You can't make it into the porta potty.
That's too good, man. That's funny. That's one thing I am missing, though, this year are the festivals. So I would like to do. Yeah, there was a podcast the other day actually talking junk on what's up there, Rock USA. I believe that's what's up there around you, or one of those shows.
Yep, about 4 hours.
They were. Was there like different
just south of the world's biggest outdoor toilet, Lambeau Field?
I guess there were different sections that you paid different prices for, and so if you,
I've been. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird experience. First of all, if you're not in the area, it comes off like if you've been to a lot of festivals and then you go to this one, and you don't live near there, it's odd. It's kind of like a community event, but the community has 20,000 tickets to sell. So they have like this gated off area that's like the pit, but the pit is just an area that you sit down anyway. And then everybody else brings a folding chair. And the first thing they do is they run up and lay their folding chair and then go buy booze. Now, if you want a glass of water or a pop, good luck, because it's nowhere near anywhere you think it's going to be. And there's almost nobody. So people just get fucking hammered the entire time. They all camp or walk home, and it's really flat. And they don't do like quick turnovers. There is literally like 45 minutes between every band. So you're just sitting there going, what the fuck is going on? And it's just like, I don't know. Other than that, it's a very professional event. So
look at that. Look at this professional show I've got going on here. Nice. Images of the Rock USA going on.
Conveniently clipped. No, definitely a lot of people go. They actually get really good lineups, but it's just the way they run it is kind of fucked. And like they're like, I've never been to a festival where bring your own chair is a thing and 15,000 people do it. And it's just like, well, this kind of seems like a safety hazard.
There's the girl on stilts doing shots. She was at Louder Than Life last time. Oh shit!
She's been to Northern Invasion too. I don't know if it's exactly the same girl, but usually it's Jägermeister, right?
Well, let's see if we can stop it on her. Yeah, her.
Stop.
Looks like some sort of flavor of the month whiskey. Like a honey whiskey or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The whole day, man, she was on her stilts the entire time walking around. And I was just like, damn, that's got to kill your knees at some point. I think about it in old man terms. So.
Maybe they're robot legs like they talk about in Grandma's Boy.
Maybe she doesn't have to have stilts at all. Maybe she's just that tall. And this is the only job she could find.
That kind of lends to my robot leg theory. I hate to say it.
Well, I mean, robot legs
easy to make robot legs longer. You just add more metal.
True. It's like a Star Wars thing. Man.
Darth Sidious. No. Count Dooku. No. Who was that guy who could like whip out 8 arms and 8 lightsabers at a time? Matt Porter, come on.
That was Dooku, wasn't it?
No, Dooku was the guy that got beheaded, I think.
All right, here we
General
go.
Grievous. There you go. That ends the Star Wars conversation. Next week you'll have John Drake on.
Yeah, if he'll come on, we'll have him on and we'll talk all Star Wars. That's another thing I didn't see until they re-released them in theaters. I'd never seen a Star Wars movie. Like I saw, 90s.
My dad started 2 pretty major arguments with both his wives regarding something involving taking me somewhere. The first one was in 1977, deciding to spend $2 to take me to see Star Wars during a Tupperware party my mom was hosting. She still brings it up to this day as if he basically mortgaged our entire family's future financially by doing this. By the way, my dad, God rest his soul, been dead 11 years. And my mom divorced him in 82. So she's moved on clearly. And then my stepmom, actually, the argument that started the eventual divorce, I think I've talked about it on the Cobras and Fire show, was my dad letting me go see Motley Crue in 1988 without talking to her first. And that went from here to here to here. And then about 2 weeks later, we were living somewhere else. So thanks, Pop. You always have my back.
There you go, man.
Sorry, I fucked over your love life, but I had no idea.
Yeah, that's about, you definitely messed up stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see this or did
Yeah, there it is. I told you, Kearney got my back.
Oh, and we got John Beatty from the Brutally Speaking podcast. He's actually watching our show during his live stream. So there we go.
Nice. So he's like live streaming our live stream.
I think that's some copyright violation there. I'm going to have to call Canada and see if I can.
I was going to make the same joke. Hey. He's going to share. Yeah, I did get into my dad's divorce over Motley Crue in the last show. Yeah. I think we got into it a while back as well, but Star Wars.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Bakko's just ruining it for everybody, man.
Yeah. Well, if he knew my stepmom, he'd only say it's half sad.
I don't like that one. I'm trying to remember what were the actual.
Fuck
I know
you,
what
Carol!
How old were you when they got divorced?
My stepmom, 15, 16, somewhere in that age. I was 11 when my parents got divorced. So, yeah, my dad was a quick hitter. Boom, boom.
In and out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I wonder what the breaking point of my parents' relationship was, but then I realized she cheated on him. So I was like,
What the breaking point of your marriage is. I made a joke and I didn't realize that, like, I don't really actually know any podcasters that got divorced, totally forgetting that you got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I do what I can to help out the whatchamacallit there, the statistical thing, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right?
How was the Murphy bed?
It was fine, man. My apartment in between marriages was pretty close to everything that you guys talk about with Murphy beds and dude, I rented a 1-bedroom apartment it was like a basement of this like old lady's house, and I had a full kitchen, its own door. I had a little lake. I was like, I got the lake, but then one day I went out to feed these geese at the lake. I went out to feed some geese, and the people across the street just like were like, we don't feed the ducks. And I was like, I'm going to feed the ducks. And it turned into this big thing. And then I told the landlord lady that the people across the street yelled at me for feeding the ducks. And she said, yeah, my friend Ron came over and they pulled a knife on him for feeding the ducks. So they were really adamant about not feeding these ducks. I guess they didn't want geese in the neighborhood. So
knife, stabby stab. I can't even do it. This camera thing is fucking me up here.
But yeah, man. So how old were you when you lost your virginity?
42.
28. Yeah, we went from the first time we saw Kiss to the first time we kissed.
Matt Porter gave me a reach around us in a porta potty at a Kiss concert at an amphitheater in Virginia there. Manassas, I believe. So yeah, that's I think it was my first time. That counts, right?
Yeah, during Faster Pussycat, you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm not skipping Kiss. Neither is Matt. Like, who else can do this now, man?
Trickster Firehouse. I think we lost all of her.
It's still a very special episode, Matt. No, it is not. It is not at all. Where the hell is Ken Mills?
Yeah, where's Ken Mills when you need him?
Billy second wife left him because he loved Jeeps too much.
So I got into podcast. I sure moving in a positive direction. Yeah.
Hey, no joke to me. I was driving home. Oh, here we got another one. We're cracking a vein here. Jason Kearney, my stepdad, kind of flipped out over Shut At the Devil vinyl cover, but let me keep it. Good thing I blacked out the may contain backwards messages. Yeah, I definitely grew up in that household. No joke. Driving home, this is hard to focus here. So last night I'm driving home from work, and I'm behind a pickup. It's kind of a nice pickup, but nothing too extravagant, right? But well kept. And it's got a pair of those truck balls on it, that you can buy and hang them from your thing.
Truck nuts.
Yeah, truck nuts. And you know damn well anybody who has a truck that nice calls that truck a she. And here is she. Has balls, and I'm guessing this guy also has, because it's a pickup, and a pickup by a guy who wants to put balls on his pickup that he calls a she. He probably also thinks it's bullshit that guys are pretending to be women to use men's rooms when they're not men. All that kind of, it's like this whole messed up thing went through my head. But anyway, he put balls on his woman pickup.
I like where you're going with that. And I think you should have pulled him over and had an impromptu podcast session with him. Excuse me, sir. I know we're having a lot of issues here in the St. Paul area, but can we talk about your truck nuts?
Now, do you like your truck? Is she pretty? Why did you put nuts on her?
Billy was
having a good time.
I'm going to tell you right now, Bill, your neighbors probably thought you lost your marbles way a long time ago. I don't think this is what put you over the edge with the lost marbles.
No, yeah. I can say that that's some of the case in my neighborhood. Yeah, no, it's par for the course. He's not beating his wife. The Vikings are playing. Jesus Christ.
Oh man,
he's not even home. He's by himself yelling. So if she was home, he'd be quiet.
Can't wait. I mean, I hope that they do not cancel the football season. I think they're going to go ahead with it. I think they're going to be the ones that are bullheaded and go through with the football season.
Yeah, me too. How about this? I actually think the bubble theory, that the bubble formula that hockey and NBA are trying to do, is that really better? It seems like, here's what we do know, right? Like prisons and old people homes. Yeah. It runs rampant as fuck. And we're going to take people and say, you have to be here in the contained area. That way you don't get like other people in a rampant contained area. So I question the logic. I think it might actually be better to play without fans and do whatever you need to do. Baseball seems to go ahead with that. They're not going to try to like make everybody play in a, like the same place or whatever. But if that actually happens, I do understand why you're probably not going to have fans in the stands, and that might be the case for football. Or they might have to take kind of the church approach where they do 20 to 25% of the capacity. But yeah, I think football will be played at some point. They might skip preseason altogether. It might not start until October, but I think we'll get a season in.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about the
There's so many. If this was the Tennessee Titan, this would be a celebrated play shared by Josh Toomey. It's like, look at that tackle right before he ran and gave the other team a touchdown.
No, he didn't give him a touchdown. The tackle stopped.
He threw a fucking interception, and you're celebrating how well he tackled the guy that he threw an interception to. Imagine if he didn't throw the interception. No. Boy, look at that. He didn't give up on that play. He didn't. Was horrible.
That's when he won the Titans job right there on that one play. We knew that was our guy. We were going to go down with Tannehill tackle the first thing up here.
Of course it is. Well, what else do you have to celebrate?
Hey, we made it. We knocked out the very last play of Tom Brady as the New England Patriot is a pick six. So
that's pretty solid, actually. And you know what?
Here we go. No, just watch it. Just watch it. Daniel, he never gives up. Never gives up. Here we go. Man, that's some moxie.
He never quit. Yeah.
Never give up.
Was throwing the ball to the wrong team. That motherfucker didn't give up. Don't sleep on the Yankees this year.
We need to. Here we go. One more time. I'm just telling you, man. This is a good.
That's only a great tackle for a quarterback.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's like if anybody else makes that tackle, it's just like a tackle. But no, It's the guy who threw the ball to the guy he tackled, even though he wasn't supposed to throw it to him. Football.
Yeah, Jason Kearney was right. Chargers, man. Some of those home games for the Chargers last year were very.
The Vikings actually played there last year. It was like It was unreal. I mean, first of all, it's the smallest stadium, as we all know, but I actually think Vegas is going to have this issue with the Raiders because, much like the hockey team that plays there, we found out people are always looking for an excuse to go to Las Vegas. And if they can go watch a football game and then spend a week in Vegas, So I guarantee they're never really going to have like that, I don't know, kind of sellout, blackout kind of thing that they had in Oakland. And it's going to be a 50-50 thing most games, especially if it's a team that's any damn good or unnecessarily popular despite how bad they are, like the Cowboys.
Yeah, and then one thing you got to really hope if you're a Raiders fan is Tannehill doesn't come back to town because he's a
Jesus Christ. Are you sure you're not enough cheesehead? I think you like the Packers. It's like,
no, I do not like the. Did you see that the Titans play the Packers like Christmas Eve game this year or something stupid? So
ooh, nice.
Nothing like Lambeau in December.
Hey, it smells the same in December or September.
By that time we'll be resting our starters anyway. So
nice. They won't. They will not. By then, their rookie quarterback will be playing. I think.
You think Jordan Love will be in there?
Yeah. That's what I'm rooting for anyway. I mean,
there's Cole.
There goes my goddamn cousin Cole. All right.
Your goddamn cousin.
I like how he ends it with, "FYI, Bakko is my cousin." Hey Cole, what's up, buddy?
That's awesome.
See you at Little Lovin' this weekend.
So what are you sending me? My birthday's tomorrow. What are you sending me, Bakko?
Oh, well, I got it for you, I don't know, a year ago. It just hasn't shown up yet.
I keep checking my mailbox, but
nothing but love. Love is free, and it's what I always give.
I better get like a really nice, sweet something written on my Facebook wall tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to kick ass. Yes. Especially now that I've been given a heads up. So, Billy Elam's back. Teams in my state are so bad. He's an Ohio guy then? I picked the team that left Cleveland. Well, who's that?
The Raiders? I mean, the Ravens, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Cole, I'm not sure what you're talking about there.
Something about this weekend. Yeah, look at that. Matt Porter checking in with the birthday wishes. That's what I'm saying.
You never get nothing but positivity from Porter, man.
Yeah, I need to be better friends with Matt. I need to have him on my ride home from work speed dial.
No, we've tried to drag him into the negative, and when it does, he's really shitty at going like with a hard take on something negative. He's just that good of a dude. So I love you, Matt Porter.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Thanks for the handy in '96. The porta potty.
And the porter potty, yeah. You gotta love him, man. That's what I want from Matt Porter for my birthday is a porter potty hand job.
Well, I guarantee he's gonna do it now. So
yeah, you get I'll just be in the bathroom at the Rockin' Pod standing next to like the fourth bass player from Firehouse, and next thing you know, get a little rub and tug from Matt Porter.
People are walking in, and he's like wrapped on. He's like, "Hey guys, what's going on? Just rubbing off to me."
We're no longer social distancing.
No, he'll be wearing a mask.
I'll slip on a condom too. I don't know where his hands have been. So, oh goodness gracious, man. Well. This is time. Man, this is an hour? Jesus Christ. Good thing we're not editing this thing.
No doubt.
Went all over the place. But yeah, man, we got to do this more often.
Absolutely. This was fun. Cool. Thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah, I like the interaction with the people watching, throwing some stuff up here.
Yeah.
I didn't even use my I had a little thing made for you. Where are we at here? Let's see here.
That's just my face. You fucker.
Yeah, I made some stuff for you today and all this stuff. So.
Looking at that, you worked really hard on that.
Hey, it took a long time for this, buddy.
Oh, I appreciate you having me on, man. And this is the popping the cherry on this nonsense, right?
Yeah, I did a little thing earlier today, but it was just me rambling. But yeah, you gotta do this more often, and you know, I think we can get up to 6 people in here. So send Zach and Matt Porter and everybody else can come in next time.
Right on. Yeah, and Luce can actually chime in and not just text me during it. So
yeah, no, he's not allowed.
I mean, LC. Yeah.
Hey.
What the?
There we go,
bro.
Fun chat.
Yeah, love you, Matt.
Yes, we do love you, Matt. All right, well, let's finish it up. I don't know how we finish the live shows up, these little live podcast episodes or whatever, but appreciate you guys watching. No. Oh, what do we got here? That's just my face.
Oh.
Goodness gracious. All right.
Love you, Bill.
Well, once again, thanks to Bakko from the Cobras and Fire program for coming on the show here. And we'll do this again soon. We'll have some more people in here. We'll have some more laughs. Thanks, everybody in the chat room, for popping in. That was a lot of fun. And so until next time, I've been Joshua Toomey. This has been Talk to Me. And we'll talk to you soon.
Good night.
You don't get the last word.